Good morning. Myself R. Kalpana, Assistant Professor, Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Veltech Multitech, Dr. Rangarajan, Dr. Sakunthala Engineering College. Today I am going to take about various digital modulation technique in detail. One of the important topic in digital communication. Okay, and this is our autonomous syllabus, 5th semester, and our subject code is 191 EC 521 Digital Communication. Under this, we are having two different modulation technique. Today, we are going to see about digital modulation technique. Generally, modulation system means this is our concept actually. A source, that is, we want to transmit your data. First, we will encode your source message bit into a source encoder where the redundant bit will be reduced. After that, the output of source encoder is given to a channel encoder where error control coding technique will be carried out. Here, our ultimate aim is want to identify whether there is any error present in your system. And the modulator, here we are using digital communication, we are using digital modulation technique, and we using any one of the modulation technique, you are going to transmit your data. Generally, the upper part we can call it as transmitter, and lower part we can call it as receiver part. And we know that communication system, there are three major parts: transmitter, channel, and receiver. So in the receiver, the demodulation process to be carried out, and after that, the channel decoder, here the reverse process of the channel encoder will be carried out. And the source decoder, it is opposite process of source encoder. Then finally, at the destination, we can recover your data using detection process. So digital modulation technique, which is coming under memoryless modulation technique, and we are generally we are having amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, and phase shift keying. Amplitude shift keying means change in amplitude with each symbol with the frequency constant. Only amplitude alone changed, which is similar to that of amplitude modulation in analog communication. Frequency shift keying means here that is for binary data, given binary data 101 means, so it will allow the carrier signal during binary data 1, and it doesn't allow the carrier signal during binary data 0. And here the change in amplitude of a carrier signal to be carried out, which is same as that of amplitude modulation in analog communication. Here the message bit is your digital bits, ones and zeros, and carrier is your sinusoidal carrier. And it is low bandwidth requirement, which is otherwise known as on-off keying, because it is just like a switch, it will switch on and off. And it is very susceptible to interference. The interference will be very low here. Next, digital modulation techniques are frequency shift keying. Here the change in frequency with respect to different binary bits, the same binary digit. Here two different carrier frequency used, that is carrier 1 and carrier 2. It will allow one carrier during a transmission, that is binary 1, and it doesn't it allow another carrier binary 0. So here the change in frequency with each symbol, it requires larger bandwidth. So these are all coming under memoryless modulation technique, which doesn't have any memory. So which is coming under passband transmission technique. Phase shift keying, here there is using a change in phase of your carrier signal, you are going to transmit your data. The phase shift keying, change in phase with each symbol during the transmission from changes from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. There is a change in frequency, the phase of your carrier signal, that is 180 degree. Change of phase with each symbol, it is more complex, robust against interference. So first one, the amplitude. These are the basic digital modulation technique, ASK, FSK and PSK. And here we will go through this each one by one. First one, ASK, amplitude shift keying, which is otherwise known as on-off keying. So here only amplitude alone varied, the frequency is kept constant. Amplitude has two levels for bit 1 and for bit 0. So it contains, for ASK output, see here, For a output that is for binary digit 1, it will allow the carrier signal. Here the amplitude some value. For 0, it doesn't allow the carrier signal. Here the amplitude will be 0. Here this is for given binary sequence 0010110010. So everything coming under your digital modulation technique, and which is otherwise known as on-off keying technique, because it is just like a switch on and off. That is why it is known as on-off keying OVK technique. Two level. Here the amplitude alone do it, frequency and phase kept constant, which is same as the tau amplitude modulation in analog modulation technique. Next one, frequency shift keying. So here the frequency, two different carrier frequency signal used. Here the FSK, here FSK for binary bit 1, it will allow the one carrier signal sine 2 pi f1 into t. Here we can take the frequency f1 and frequency shift keying. We are using two different frequencies. Here the frequency f1, and here for binary bit 0 another carrier frequency, that is f2. F1 and F2 are two different frequency signal. In frequency shift keying, only the frequency of carrier signal will be varied and amplitude and phase remains constant. See here for this level, here the same binary data, for this is for 1, and see here and the FSK, you know the relation between a frequency and time period, f equal to 1 by t. Here the more time period will be less in frequency and less time period will be more in frequency, because f equal to 1 by t, both are inverse relation, there is a difference in frequency. So you see here for a binary digit 1, it will allow one frequency, that is f1 of t and f2 of t, and again f1 of t, f2 of t. Okay, this is your frequency shift keying, which is same of that of frequency modulation in analog communication system. So everything that is in under the digital modulation technique, the basic modulations are amplitude shift keying, frequency shift keying, and phase shift keying. These three are same as that of amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, and phase modulation in analog communication system. So here two different frequency carrier signal we are used. For transmitting 1, it will allow one carrier signal. For transmitting 0, it will allow another carrier signal. That is known as a frequency shift keying technique. Next, a phase shift keying technique. Here, phase of the carrier signal alone vary. Phase shift keying technique. The phase of the carrier signal alone vary. Here we are having that is a two phase shift, 0 degree phase shift and 180 degree phase shift. For binary digit 1, it will allow that is 0 degree phase shift. There is no phase shift sine 2 pi ft for binary bit 1, and for binary bit 0 there is a 180 degree phase shift, that is plus 5. So see here, if there is a change in frequency, if the data is from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1, if there is a change means there will be a change in frequency. See here this dotted line represents the digital bit, that is 1 and 0. Here there is a two shift. So here there is a change from here the bit is changed from 0 to 1, there is a phase shift. Here from 1 to 0 there is a phase shift, 180 degree phase shift. Here this is your PSK output having different amplitudes, that is only the phase of the carrier signal alone varied and amplitude and frequency remains constant. This is your phase shift keying technique. So which is same as that of phase modulation in analog communication system. So generally we are combining all those things in a single binary digit. For example, if the data binary digit, that is our message, here in digital communication, whatever may be the data, you are going to transmit in the form of ones and zeros. Generally, this communication will be carried out in the binary digits, zeros and ones. If it is in continuous signal, analog signal, first you have to convert into a digital by means of a formatter block. A formatter block, it is a technical block and it will convert your analog signal into a digital signal. That is ADC concept. Here how this will be carried out by means of a sampling, quantizing and encoding. So in digital modulation technique, in digital communication, we are going to transmit your data in the form of digital, that is in the form of ones and zeros. Here in this digital modulation technique, our message is digits, binary digits, and your carrier signal is a sinusoidal waveform. Okay, here the formatter block, first you have to convert your analog signal into a digital by means of sampling. That is, first step is discretization in time period, that is known as sampling. So discretization in time period is known as sampling, and output of the sampler is given to a quantizer where continuous amplitude is converted into a discrete amplitude. That is your quantization concept. After that quantization output, the signals are discrete in time period as well as discrete in amplitude. So you are going to allocate some code word by means of an encoder that convert your data. Continuous signal is converted into a digital binary digits, zeros and ones. So here this all this modulation together for digits 00, this is your message bit 0011 01 00 010. So for a ASK signal, that is a basic digital modulation technique, amplitude shift keying. For a digit binary 1, it will allow the carrier signal. So here there is a 0. The amplitude of your carrier signal will be 0. And for the binary digit 1, it will allow the carrier signal. So the carriers will be present. The next bit also 1. So it will allow the carrier signal. Here the next bit is 0. It doesn't allow the carrier signal. And here the next bit is 1. So it will allow the carrier signal. Similarly, for 0, it doesn't allow carrier signal, and finally, it will allow carrier signal for binary digit 1. So it is just like a switch on and off. That is why it is known as on-off key. Next, binary frequency shifting (FSK), or generally we can call it as binary frequency shifting technique. For digit binary data 0, it will allow one carrier signal, and for binary data 1, it will allow another carrier signal. Here it will allow one carrier, and see the difference. Here the binary 1, the carrier signal will be smaller in time period, so greater in frequency. Similarly, for 0, and the low frequency signal will be allowed, and for 1, the high frequency signal will be allowed. So it is frequency shift keying, or generally we can call it as binary frequency shift keying technique. So here in this we are having using two different frequency, and the amplitude and phase of the signal will be remains constant. Okay, next one, binary phase shift keying technique. Here the phase of the carrier signal varied and amplitude and frequency remains constant. So here if there is a changes from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, it will produce a phase shift. Using this phase shift, you are going to transmit your digital data. What is our ultimate aim? We want to transmit your data from one place to another place by changing any one of the parameter, by changing amplitude or frequency or phase. Here from 0 to 1, here it is 0 0, there is no phase shift. From 0 to 1, there is a phase shift here. Similarly, from 1 to 0, here also one phase shift is there. Then 0 to 1, here again one phase shift is there. PSK phase shift keying, generally we can call it as binary phase shift keying technique. So here, and that is according to this amplitude shifting technique, we know that two binary values are represented by two different amplitude of the carrier frequency. The resulting modulated signal is for one bit frame S of t equal to A cos, where A is the amplitude of carrier signal, 2 pi Fc into t. Fc is the carrier frequency. So for binary 1, it will allow the carrier signal. See here, it is very ASK output. For binary 0, it doesn't allow the carrier signal. The amplitude is remains 0. So it is susceptible to noise. Inefficient modulation technique. So here there is a lot of disturbance will be carried out and used for up to 1200 bits per second on voice grade lines. So this amplitude shift keying mainly used in voice grade lines up to 1200 bits per second. It is very high speed over optical fiber. Optical fiber, that is you are going to transmit your data by means of light. So here in optical fiber, the speed of very high speed communication to be carried out using amplitude shift keying technique. Next one, frequency shift keying or binary frequency shift keying technique. The most important form of FSK is binary frequency shift keying. Here, two binary values are different, represented by two different frequencies, F1 and F2. So S of t equal to, here we are having two different frequencies, F1 and F2, where A is the amplitude of your carrier signal. So for binary 0, it will allow one carrier signal. For binary 1, it will allow another carrier signal. So S of t equal to A cos 2 pi F1 into t for binary 1 and A cos 2 pi F2 of t for binary 0. That is less susceptible to noise than ASK. It is used for up to 1200 bits per second on voice grade lines, high frequency radio, that is 3 to 30 megahertz, even very high frequency on LANs, local area network, using coaxial cable. So full duplex, here full duplex means there is both direction to be carried out, transmission and reception to be carried out on both direction. Full duplex DFSK transmission on voice grade line. So here it is up to 1200 bits per second for voice grade communication. So voice grade lines will pass voice frequency in the range from 300 to 3400 hertz. Full duplex means signals are transmitted in both directions at the same times. See here in the graph, y-axis represents the signal strength with respect to frequency, that is x-axis represents the frequency. Here we are using a full duplex. Duplex means in both directions. It is in full duplex. We are having four frequencies, F1, F2, F3, F4. So the frequency F1 is 1070 and the frequency F2 is 1270. And similarly for a frequency F3 equal to 2025 Hertz, and here it is for a frequency F4 2225 Hertz. So spectral signal transmitted in one direction and spectral signal transmitted in opposite direction. So for example, it is duplex, full duplex, both direction to be carried out, and in both direction. This is for east means that is for west, both the things. So here the range will be from 300 to 3400 Hertz. So in between the frequency, we are having two directions. One direction we are using F1, F2, and another direction we are using F3 and F4. So this is mainly binary frequency shifting technique, mainly used in voice grade transmission, that is in full duplex mode. So multiple frequency shifting, which is otherwise known as MFSK. So here multiple means more than two frequencies. Generally frequency shifting uses two carrier frequency. Here multiple frequency means M number of frequencies. M may be any value, more than two frequencies, M frequencies are used. Here more bandwidth efficient compared to BFSK because we are using multiple frequency. More than two frequency we are using, so more bandwidth efficient compared to BFSK, more susceptible to noise compared to BFSK, and that is MFSK signal SA of t equal to here A cos 2 pi Fi into t, where the I ranges from 1 to M. So M value, it may be a different element. So here Fi is the FC carrier frequency plus, this is actually a multiple frequency shifting technique, more than two frequencies. Here the I ranges from lies between in between 1 and M. M value is number of different signal elements. So here Fi equal to Fc carrier frequency plus 2I minus 1 minus M Ft, where Fc is the carrier frequency, Fd is the different frequency, M represents number of different signal element 2 power L, where capital L represent number of bits per signal element. So this is mainly we are using more than two frequencies, multiple frequency shifting technique, more than two frequencies. Generally frequency shifting, two different frequency we are using for binary 1 and 0. Here multiple frequency shifting means more than two frequency we are using. Here that should be represented by the M number of frequency, M equal to this value, that is M lies between number of different signal element 2 power L. So L is number of bits per signal element. Each signal element, it may be 2 value, 3 or some other different value. So here the MFSK signal, the say of t equal to a cos 2 pi fi into t, where 1 that is I lies between 1 and in between 1 and m, 1 less than or equal to I, less than or equal to m, where fi equal to fc plus 2I minus 1 minus m ft, where m is the number of different signal element which is equal to 2 power L, and L equal to number of bits per signal element. So the period of signal element, so Ts equal to signal element period, which is equal to L number of bits per signal element into TB. TB is the period. So bit period means the time required to transmit a single bit. So the period of signal element, so that is Ts equal to signal element period. So L equal to number of bits per signal element. Suppose in the signal element it is 4, means 4 into TB. To transmit single bit it requires 5 millisecond, means 4 into 5 millisecond, it is 20 millisecond for period of signal element. Is it clear? Minimum frequency separation. So here there should be, in order to avoid interference in digital communication, the main noise is, what is the main noise here? ISI, intersymbol interference. So in order to avoid this ISI and all those noises, we are having some frequency separation. 1 by Ts equal to 2FD. Okay. FD is the different frequency. So here 1 by Ts, instead of this Ts, you have to substitute L into TB, which is equal to into FD. 1 by TB equal to 2L FD, that is your bit rate. So in the multiple frequency shift keying technique, the bit rate equal to 2 into L FD, where L is the number of bits per signal element, FD is the different frequency. And the bandwidth of MFSK, multiple frequency shift keying signal bandwidth, omega d which is equal to m into m represent number of signal element, 2 into ft. So 2m ft, that is your bandwidth of multiple frequency shift keying technique. So the next digital modulation technique is phase shift keying technique. Here the phase of the carrier signal is varied and shifted between two different data, binary 1 and 0. So PSK, phase shift keying, generally we can call it as binary phase shift keying. Two phases are represented to binary digits. So here S of t equal to A cos 2 pi FC into t for binary 1. And for binary 0, here for binary 1, 0 degree phase shift. For binary 0, there is a pi, means 180 degree phase shift. Same carrier signal. If there is a change in a phase shift, there is a phase shift when the signal is changes from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Okay, S of t equal to A cos 2 pi FC into t. This is for binary 1, that is 0 degree phase shift. And S of t equal to A cos 2 pi FC into t plus pi for binary 0. Pi represent 180 degree phase shift. So here cos theta plus pi minus cos pi. So here we can represent S of t, that is BPSK signal output, we can represent it by S of t equal to A cos 2 pi FC t for binary 1 minus A cos 2 pi FC t for binary 0. So this the only difference between these two signals is here it is plus 1, here it is minus 1. That should be represented by some constant, some element. Okay, here that should be represented by d of t here. A is amplitude of your carrier signal, d of t is difference. So d of t equal to plus 1 for binary 1, d of t equal to minus 1 for binary 0. So generally the binary phase shift keying output is represented by S of t equal to A into d of t cos 2 pi fc into t, where d of t equal to plus or minus 1 and d of t equal to plus 1 for binary 1 and d of t equal to minus 1 for binary 0. Okay, see here, this is actually BPSK signal, and here the data is for binary. Here the binary data 0011 01 000 10. If there is a binary 0 means there is a 180-degree phase shift, that is pi phase shift, and here there is a phase shift, and here it is a pi. If the signal changes from 0 to 1, there is a 180-degree phase shift, and 0 to 1, 1 to 0, there is a 180-degree phase shift. Differential phase shift keying. So here DPSK. So generally, in this class we have seen overall digital modulation techniques. Differential phase shift keying. This phase shift is with reference to the previous bit. Actually, the PSK signal, what is the thing? If there is a phase shift, 180-degree phase shift. If there is a changes from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Yeah, whereas in DPSK, differential phase shift keying, phase shift is with reference to the previous bit transmitted rather than to some constant. Previous depends upon the phase shift with reference to the previous bit. For binary 0, signal burst with the same phase as previous one. So if there is a 180 phase shift, 180-degree phase shift, the previous one, for binary 0, the same phase shift. For binary 1, signal burst of opposite phase. So already the previous one is, there is a 0-degree phase shift, means for binary 1 here, there is a 180-degree. So opposite to the preceding one. So this is very important technique which is mainly used in the digital modulation technique. Differential phase shift keying. So here, what is the main phase shift keying means? What is the meaning? If there is a change in phase shift, 180-degree phase shift, if the binary digit is changes from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Whereas in DPSK, differential phase shift keying technique, it depends upon the previous bit transmitted. So previous bit transmitted means for binary 0, here it will follow the previous phase shift. For binary 1, it will opposite to the preceding one. Okay. So see here it is 0, here there is a phase shift, and 0 means the previous one is followed, and binary 1 means there is a phase shift. Here there is a phase shift and it's going on. 4-level PSK. Generally, this is very important digital modulation technique, that is quadrature phase shift key. Quadrature means 4. 4 different phase angle here we are going to use to transmit the data. So it is actually two BPSK signal combined together to transmit, to produce your QPSK, quadrature phase shift keying technique. More efficient use of bandwidth if each signal element represents more than one bit. So in BPSK, at a time only one bit is transmitted, whereas in QPSK we are going to combine two bits which will form a symbol. So 2 bit mean we are having 4 possible combination, 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1. So for each symbol we are going to allocate some phase shift of your carrier signal. So here shift of pi by 2 90 degree, each signal element represented 2 bits. Here 2 bits are symbol is signal element, or we can call it a symbol. 2 bits are combined together, it will form a symbol. So split of input data stream to modulate onto a face of the carrier signal. See here, we are having 2 bits are combined to form a signal element or symbol. What are the possible combination? 0 0 0 1 1 0 1. So here we are going to use plus or minus 135 degree and plus or minus 45 degree. 4 different phase angle we are going to use. So here this S of t equal to A cos, again the same amplitude of the carrier signal, cos 2 pi Fc into t plus pi by 4, which is for 1 1, and A cos 2 pi Fc into t 3 pi by 4, this is for 0 1, and A cos 2 pi Fc t plus 3 pi by 4, this is for 0 0, and here it is, see here it is a minus 3 pi by 4, which is for 0 0, and A cos 2 pi Fc into t minus pi by 4, this is for 1 0. Can use 8 phase angles and more than 1 amplitude. Okay, so it is mainly used in the modem having a speed of 9600 bits per second, having 12 phase angles. 4 of which have 2 amplitude. This gives a total of 16 different signal element. So QPSK, offset QPSK modulator, quadrature phase shift keying. See here in this diagram, the binary input R equal to 1 by T. TB is the bit duration, which is given to your 2-bit serial to parallel converter. So which is divided as a demux, and it will split the signal and divide equally. That is in phase, it will divide the signal into odd number and even number, or we can otherwise call it as in phase component I of t and quadrature phase component Q of t. So R by 2, it's for 2-bit serial to parallel converter, R which will act as a demultiplexer, which is otherwise known as bit splitter, which will divide the sequence into odd bit or even bit. So in phase component and quadrature phase component, an equal to plus or minus 1 and q of t bn equal to plus or minus 1. So here this dotted line delay of TB, which is mainly used in offset quadrature phase shift keying alone, whereas in QPSK this block doesn't need. So for QPSK you don't consider this one. For offset QPSK alone, we are going to use this delay block. Okay, first we will see the QPSK signal. S of t equal to 1 by 2, 1 by square root of 2 I of t cos 2 pi fc into t minus 1 by square root of t quadrature element sin 2 pi fc into t. See here this in phase component. Here this block, here this is your message signal and it is your product modulator. So what is the main function of product modulator? Which will multiply the two input signal. One is your message signal, another one is your carrier signal. See here, that is product means multiplication. What is a modulator? A circuit which is used to produce a modulation process. Here this is your message signal, and for the carrier signal, we are going to use a carrier oscillator. Oscillator is a circuit which will produce a waveform without any input by means of internal component. So here the carrier signal is cos 2 pi fc into t divided by square root. So it is a product modulator, right? So it will multiply the signal. See here I of t into cos 2 pi fc into t by 1 by 2. That is your first element, QPSK. First we will concentrate QPSK, then afterwards offset QPSK. First this QPSK block, there is no need of this delay element, this in phase component I of t, and using a carrier oscillator we will generate a waveform cos 2 pi fc into t divided by square root. So it is a product modulator. It will multiply the two things I of t into cos 2 pi fc into t divided by 1 by root. So here the same oscillator which is used for the quadrature component also by means of phase shift. So the carrier signal after the generation, it will undergo the phase shift of 90 degree pi by 2. So it will becomes minus sin 2 pi fc into t divided by square root. This is where a second term. So here it is a product modulator. So here the quadrature component q of t and the bit element equal to plus or minus 1. And here this is your message signal which will be multiplied by your carrier signal. It will produce q of t. Here it is a minus symbol. So minus q of t sin 2 pi fc into t divided by square. Finally, it is given to a summer element. This is where add. So this in phase component and quadrature phase component is added, which will produce a QPSK output. That is where QPSK signal S of t equal to 1 by square root I of t cos 2 pi fc into t minus 1 by square root to q of t sin 2 pi fc into t. Then in the same block, if you want that generation of offset QPSK means we are going to include a delay element in quadrature component. Delay of 1 bit period TB. Okay. See here offset QPSK S of t equal to the same thing 1 by square root I of t, the same block I of t cos 2 pi fc into t minus 1 by square root. Here because of this delay q of t minus TB. There is a delay t minus TB sin 2 pi fc into t. Example for QPSK and offset QPSK waveforms. Here the same thing. Here the digit, this is your bit number, position value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10 and the value. So using line coding technique, we can convert your binary digit 1 and 0 in different form, unipolar, bipolar, non-return to 0, return to 0, or some other things. So here 1, minus 1, 1, 1, this is your value, binary bit value. This is in phase, quadrature phase, in phase, quadrature phase, see here. So here the input signal will be like that. And in phase component, so it is a what is the thing? It is an we can separate by means of bit splitter, even number of sequence and odd number of sequence. In phase component having odd number of bits 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Quadrature phase 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Phase of the output signal. So here it is a combination in phase and quadrature phase. See here in phase and quadrature phase. For the value that is pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, minus 3 pi by 4, minus pi by 4. So here it will be minus 5 by 4, that is 1 0 here. 1. First component is 1 and the second component is 0. See here, it is a representation 1 0 1 1 0 0 like that. So here in phase and quadrature phase component, the first two element, the phase shift angle, first here it is 1 and here it is 0. For 1 0 it is minus pi by 4. Okay, next one that is 1 1. See here, next third and fourth bit, it is 1 1. For 1 1 the phase shift is pi by 4. See here, it is pi by 4 and it is 0 0, that is minus 3 by 4. See here, pi 6, pi 6 0 0. Here 1 minus 1 means 0, that is the value. 0 0 means minus 3 by 4 and 0 1. 0 1 means 3 pi by 4 and here it is 1 1, it is pi by 4. I think now it's clear for you. So here this is very important diagram. You can explain your quadrature phase shift keying using a bit splitter, divide the component using a bit splitter, odd sequence and even sequence, and you go to assign the phase angle plus or minus 45 degree and plus or minus 135 degree. And this is for offset q of t minus, there is a one delay, right? In the block diagram itself, we can include one delay. So in the quadrature component alone, not in the in phase component. So q of t minus tb, here there is a delay. So he will start here and phase of the angles. So phase of the angles, see here, that is minus pi by 4 plus pi by 4 and it's going on. Okay, see here the performance of ASK, FSK, MSK and PSK and MPSK, multiple phase shift key. So bandwidth efficiency of ASK, PSK is data rate to the ratio of data rate to the transmission bandwidth R by Bt, which is equal to 1 by R, 1 plus R, and the small r is in between 0 and 1. For multiple phase shift keying, the bandwidth efficiency equal to log 2 BCM divided by 1 plus R, where M represent number of different signal element. When multiple frequency shift keying, it is log base to M divided by 1 plus R into M. Bit error rate, which is an important factor which will describe the performance of digital communication system. Bit error rate of PSK and QPSK are about 3 decibel superior to ASK and FSK. And for multiple frequency shift keying and multiple phase shift keying have trade-off between bandwidth efficiency and error performance. And last one, the quadrature amplitude modulation. So here, which is used as a asymmetric digital subscriber line and some wireless standard, we can use this technique. Here, the previous modulation technique, if ASK means amplitude alone varied, amplitude of the carrier alone varied, and FSK means frequency of the carrier alone varied, and PSK means phase of the carrier alone varied. Whereas in quadrature amplitude modulation, there is a combination of ASK and PSK. Here, amplitude as well as phase of the carrier signal will be varied simultaneously. That is a different modulation technique. There, generally, we can call it as a combination of ASK and PSK. So, logical extension of QPSK is quadrature amplitude modulation. Send two different signals simultaneously and different on same carrier frequency, because there is a variation in the amplitude. Combining ASK and PSK, two different signal simultaneously on same carrier frequency. Use two copies of carrier, one shifted by 90 degree. Each carrier is ASK modulator. See here in this QAM modulator, quadrature amplitude modulator, the same as it is in QPSK, binary digit, R bits per second. So it is a bit splitter or demultiplexer, 2 bit serial to parallel converter, which will divide the things. We can call it as D1 of t and D2 of t. That is some variable constant divided into equal to 2. So using carrier, it will generate this one cos 2 pi fc into t. So here the multiplication d1 of t cos 2 pi fc into t. Here after the phase shift minus pi by 2, it's become sine 2 pi fc into t, d2 of t sine 2 pi fc into t. So which is given to the summer, which will sum these two output, that is d1 of t cos 2 pi fc into t plus d2 of t sin 2 pi fc into t. Finally, it will generate quadrature amplitude modulation signal output. So here the variants of QAM, two level ASK, two different amplitude levels, each of two stream in one of the two states. Four stream system essentially for QPSK. Four level ASK, that is four different amplitude levels, combined stream in one of 16 state, have 64 and 256 state system. Improved data rate for given bandwidth, but increased potential error. Thank you.